When the time came for Amaka to give birth, the village women gathered around her. They sang songs and prayed, offering her strength. But when the baby was born, a corrective gasp filled the room. In Amaka's arms lay not a human child, but a small goat, weak and shivering. Amaka screamed in terror, dropping to Gretchen. The women backed away, crossing themselves and whispering about curses and spirits. Uchenna entered the room, his face pale with shock. He stared at the goat, then at Amaka. For a moment, he seemed unsure of what to do. In a small and quiet village, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forest, there lived a woman named Amaka. She was known for her beauty, kindness, and gentle spirit. Amaka had been married to her husband Uchenna for 5 years. Though their union began in love, their marriage was marred by a shadow. Amaka had not been able to conceive a child. This weighed heavily on her, especially because in their village, a child was seen as a blessing and the proof of a fruitful marriage. Every night, Amaka would kneel by her mat, her hands clasped tightly in prayer. She cried silently, asking the spirit to bless her with a child. Her heart ached with longing, and she felt the stench of loneliness growing with each passing year. What made things worse was her mother-in-law, Adaku, who was known for her sharp tongues and harsh ways. Adaku would often mutter cruel words under her breath, ensuring Amaka heard them. A woman without a child is like a tree without fruit, she would say, shaking her head. Sometimes, she spoke directly to Uchenna, urging him to take another wife. These words began to plant seed of doubt in Uchenna's mind. Though he had once defended Amaka fearlessly, his love began to waver. Over time, Uchenna started spending more time away from home. He would travel to neighboring villages, claiming he was visiting friends or trading goods. When he returned, he was cold and distant. This left Amaka alone with Adak, whose constant scolding and berating made her feel small and unworthy. One evening, as Amaka returned from fetching water at the village stream, she noticed an old woman struggling with a heavy bundle of firewood. Despite her own wellness, Amaka rushed to help. She carried the firewood to the woman's home, a small hut on the edge of the village. When they arrived, the old woman offered her a small stool to sit on. "You are kind," she said, her eyes piercing but gentle. "Kindness like yours is rare, especially in a world that has been unkind to you." Amaka was taken aback. "What do you mean, Mama?" The old woman leaned closer and whispered, "Your troubles are not of your own making. Someone close to you has darkened your path, crowding your blessings." Amaka's heart raced. "Who? How do you know this?" The woman shook her head and raised a hand. "Do not ask questions, my child. Instead, take these herbs." She handed Amaka a small punch filled with fragrant leaves and roots. "Burn them each night and pray. The truth will reveal itself in time." Though skeptical, Amaka followed the old woman's instruction. Each night, She burned the herbs, their smoke filling her small hut, and prayed with all her heart. Weeks passed, and strange things began to happen. Amaka felt a warmth in her belly, a flicker of life she hadn't felt before. Her body began to change, and soon it became clear she was pregnant. News of Amaka's pregnancy spread quickly through the village. Uchenna was stunned but overjoyed, and his love for Amaka seemed to rekindle. Adaku, however, reacted differently. Though she congratulated Amaka, there was a shadow behind her smile, and her eyes betrayed her true feelings. As the month passed, Amaka began to have troubling dreams. In these dreams, she was surrounded by animals with glowing eyes, and dark shadow loomed over her. The villagers whispered that they had seen her walking at night, her face blank and her steps slow, as though she were under a spell. When the time came for Amaka to give birth, the village women gathered around her. They sang songs and prayed, offering her strength. But when the baby was born, a collective gasp filled the room. In Amaka's arm lay not a human child, but a small goat, weak and shivering. Amaka screamed in terror, dropping the creature. The women backed away, crossing themselves and whispering about curses and spirits. Uchenna entered the room, his face pale with shock. He stared at the goat, then at Amaka. For a moment, he seemed unsure of what to do, but then he stepped back, his love for Amaka clouded by fear and doubt. Adaku, however, stood in the corner, watching with a strange smile. That night, the village was awakened by her screams. Uchenna and Amaka rushed to her hut along with the other villagers. They found Adaku writhing on the floor, her body swollen and covered in bruises that seemed to appear out of nowhere. "I will confess," she wailed, tears streaming down her face. "It was me. I cursed Amaka so she could never have a child. I wanted my son to marry a woman of my choosing, a woman who could bring wealth to our family. I went to the shrine of the dark spirit and begged them to block her womb. But now, the spirits are punishing me." The villagers were horrified. Uchenna was furious, his face red with anger and shame. He returned to Amaka, tears in his eyes. "Forgive me, Amaka. I have wronged you. I doubted you when I should have stood by your side." The village elders were summoned, and they performed cleansing rituals to break the curse Adaku had placed on Amaka. They prayed over her, burning herbs and offering sacrifice to the gods. As the ritual ended, a sense of peace returned to Amaka's heart. Adaku, weak and filled with regret, passed away that night. Her body was taken to the evil forest, a place reserved for those who brought harm to others through dark means. In time, Amaka healed, both physically and emotionally. Months later, she became pregnant again. This time, her pregnancy was free of strange dreams and dark comments. When the day of birth arrived, she delivered healthy twins, a boy and a girl. The village celebrated for days, and Amaka's joys knew no bounds. Uchenna, now a changed man, devoted himself to his wife and children, determined to make up for the pain he had caused. Amaka's story became a lesson for the villagers. Kindness and resilience can overcome even the darkest shadow, and truth always finds a way to reveal itself. From then on, Amaka lived a life of peace and happiness, her family whole and her heart full. Do you enjoy this story? If yes, please comment, like and share with your family and friends. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.